how deep he was in understanding our greatness of our Sanatana Dharma and our ancient wisdom base. Whenever we used to have long discussions with him, each time we were able to evolve something wonderful. One example was the chanting of Om. How to chant the Om? We were discussing, and we said there are tens of ways of doing it, about 36 ways of chanting of the Om. Which is the correct one? Is there something like one is correct? This was discussed. And what are those special gongs which produce this Om sound? He went around the country and then found out how this Om was chanted by great scholars, how the different gongs were bringing about this particular sound, what are the frequency ranges, everything he was telling, and it was very fascinating. This is how he was going to any subject with such great depth. Similarly, his width of the knowledge was so fantastic. To enter into any field, he was a master. And once we were discussing about modern science and how we have further grown in that direction further. We all know that modern science developed in the western part of our globe over 400 years back. What is the objective of science? To search for reality. Is there a fundamental reality from where this whole creation has been made? And Professor Varkadasan, we all know how it has grown, and today we understand this entire world. Any object you take is all made of molecules. Molecules are made of atoms. Atoms are made of protons, neutrons, electrons, fundamental particles. What are they made of? Quarks, packets of energy. So this entire physical world is the energy field. Then we also understood the laws that govern them. Newton's laws of motion, and that from the classical mechanics. But when you go to extremely high speed, like the electrons spinning around the nucleus at the velocity of light, then we have to go to the higher laws, quantum mechanics, and it's a probabilistic thing, where the deterministic collapse. All that is understood well today in modern science. Therefore, anything physical we have very big success. Putting man on the moon, building skyscrapers, underwater tunnel, information technology, all that have been a great success. But what is happening to science? It is moving further to go beyond, to understand what is prana. Is there something like mind? What is the difference between mind, intellect, emotion? Is there something like consciousness? What is that we talk about gods and goddesses, devils and pishachas and others? Into this region of subtlety and causality, the science is moving. In that thing, what is our contribution? Our ancient science tracked the whole of this creation in its greatest depth. Whether the Pujya, Shankaracharya ji, Ramanujacharya ji, Madhvacharya ji, all expanded their vision to understand the whole of this creation. They said, what we have found in modern science is only the physical world. Then beyond that we have the pranic world, pranamaya kosha, the bioplasmic field you can call. Then more composing than that is the astral field, mind field, manomaya kosha. Then much bigger, more encompassing is vijnanamaya kosha, that is the intellectual field or the information field. And the biggest of all, more pervasive, is the bliss field, anandamaya kosha. And all these fields are in continual interaction. And that forms Jagat, Jagatyan Jagat. Based on that, the whole world is changing and changing and changing. For example, our body, a billion cells get created in a body in our day, and a billion cells get destroyed. So the whole creation is bound by the law of Srishti, Sthiti, Laya. And this complete knowledge base is necessary today to meet the challenges of the modern world. We were discussing today what are the challenges? Challenge of the stress, challenge of the non-communicable diseases, challenge of various social disharmony and wars. Everything which shatters our entire globe. As human beings, we should all live a wonderful single family where all people can work together in harmony, love, this thing, in peace. But what is happening? Being drawn by grudges, anger, greed, jealousy, hatred, infatuation, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, madam, apsarya. They are all fighting each other. So what is the solution that our ancient science gives? We have to bring peace on earth. That can happen when we bring peace inside. And how can we get that peace inside? By following the dimensions of total knowledge base incorporated into our lifestyle. You may call it dharma, or the method for that is yoga. We were discussing various dimensions of yoga. In Veda, we know the Uttara Mimamsa and Pura Mimamsa. Uttara Mimamsa is the science of the Veda. Pura Mimamsa is the technology of the Vedas. In the Pura Mimamsa, we have the Upasana Kanda and Karma Kanda. And in the Upanishad, the science gives the whole knowledge base, but how to translate that knowledge base to action, to bring the dimensions needed for our thing to meet the challenges. Rightly said by Chancellor that he was so promoting that all the knowledge base that we have should be made relevant to the modern society to meet the challenges. Otherwise, we have the knowledge, we say it is very great and wonderful, wonderful, but if it doesn't solve the present problem, there is no use. So therefore, there is the knowledge which has to be applicable dimension. Therefore, through yoga, to make yoga a social relevant science, we started working. Our relation goes back almost 50 years, 1967-68. We met the Sanskrit. From then, we all went on doing this thing. And we have been exchanging notes. And we wanted to bring evidence based. We're in the era of science and technology. Anything to be made acceptable to the world at large, we have to show the evidence based. So one side we have the literary research, another side we have the scientific research. From Vivekananda said, combine the best of the East with the best of the West. That is needed in the society. Therefore, we said we will bring yoga to the forefront by doing systematic research to meet the challenges of the society. Can yoga deal with the stress problem, density problem, and the challenges that we face today? Because all these things are multi-dimensional challenges. Modern science is only one dimension, only physical. But the challenges, whether it is asthma, diabetes, hypertension, heart problem, epilepsy, migraine, they are all multi-dimensional. Therefore, unless we have multi-dimensional solution, we cannot solve them. Allopathy, based on modern science, is one dimension. Therefore, it has failed to solve the problem of NCD, non-communicable disease. Once a diabetic, ever a diabetic. Once you get hypertension for life. Once you get cancer, your days of number have come to pass. How to solve that? We have to bring this knowledge based Sanatana Dharma, all the Panchakosha concept, and how this can be incorporated to bring the solution for that. So we started doing research in that. We need to have every year, we need to sit together and discuss as to how we should go further. And under his wonderful guidance, we started developing science, started publishing papers in the best of the journal. 1986 we brought in the British Medical Journal and went on publishing papers. And then today we have nearly 1,000 research papers to bring evidence base to the technology dimension. So he brought out such wonderful literary research and we are all fascinated. And he said you should combine all together so that you can give a wonderful thesis like, give the broad spectrum, and we'll be happy to give you a D-Lit. And therefore he did that so wonderfully, and that's what the thing by Alvarji. We gave them the D-Lit about 4 years back, and we were so happy, and everybody was so fascinated. See how broad things he had done, combined together and brought forth this thing. That has been his greatness. So in this thing, I'm so happy that our Alvarji is continuing that legacy, literary research, under the grant that we gave for Alvar, Center for Research and Human Anthropology. He brought such wonderful things, all the Upanishads, how yoga is incorporated in our Upanishads, in our Puranas and others. He brought a series of books which are most fascinating. Normally, in in the government circles, the amount that could have been spent on those books he brought out, probably they could have spent several crores, maybe over 50, 100 crores. But hardly 1 or 2 crores he got and made this possible. And wonderful work. He and his team have done that. So we all marveled. He gave this thing to the world. I see a wonderful book. Today, again, we need to this committee how he has been bringing the books with his wonderful talent. Normally, once a great person dies, there is no legacy for people to continue. But the success of Thatharya is that he has created his own model and Thatharya, and he will make greater strides than what he has done. So I congratulate Ashwaveega and his entire team. And I'm so glad that who has been very close to us for many, many years in the Institute of Science, has been the president of this wonderful Samskriti Foundation, and under his guidance, things are shaping up so nicely. And it's a wonderful team. They are working day and night to make this possible. The whole committee, and I'm really thrilled and very delighted to see the Samskriti Foundation coming up so nicely. And we have a nice MOU with our university. Our university is essentially meant to bring this Sanatana Dharma into various dimensions. And we have division of yoga spirituality, division of yoga life sciences, management studies, physical sciences, and humanity. In all fields, our Ashwaveega has contributed greatly, whether it's musical, dance, and drama, whether it's science and technology, or the life sciences. Everybody has made such great contribution. It has been put forth in this thing. Therefore, our university brings forth this in the academic level to grow to greater and greater height. Recently, we also brought this into the field of engineering, computer, management studies, and allied sciences also. How this Sanatana Dharma can be brought to give the solution in all these fields. And we have a wonderful campus, the Engineering Center, directors Dr. Dasaji, and also our vice chancellor and others. Please come visit us, and we continue our relations, close family relations with you all, and I wish you all the best. And I'm so happy that today Mr. Swamiji also has come to grace this occasion, and we will keep on